I'm doing pop culture, Death vs. Heard, entertainment, things like that, and also following Marilyn Manson. And as I'm sure many of you know, one of the big creators around the Manson case is Colonel Kurtz. Now, Colonel Kurtz gets a lot of heat from a lot of people. She gets a lot of heat from the same people who say they want to see strong women, more representation for women. But when a woman comes along who says a lot of good things, that makes sense. Well, all of a sudden, it's not about women anymore. All of a sudden, this isn't a good person. All of a sudden, the fact that you're a woman doesn't count for these people. So either they're fake or they're hypocritical and not making sense in what they say, which is probably the case. So this here is on Twitter, and I got to point this out what this person said about Colonel Kurt's very epic live stream where she was on for a very long time, and I'd give her a medal for that, not make fun of her, because if you could talk for like 20 hours and entertain over 300 people for the whole time, that's pretty good. So here it is. Colonel Kurtz, 20 straight effing hours of you trying to convince us that Marilyn Manson is not an effing abuser. Jesus Christ, girl, get a job. What is that old fat man slut going to do for you? Question mark. That's how hard they have to work to try to convince us of their lies. First of all, not a very classy tweet. I've said this before. Usually, you see Amber defenders and Evan Rachel Wood defenders talking like this. Now, I'm sure there's a few Johnny fans here and there, and Manson fans here and there that get out of hand once in a while. There's too many of them, logically, to say it never happens. But I usually see it from the opposite side. I usually see things like this from the side of Amber defenders and Evan Rachel Wood defenders, and things like that. I'll admit I don't follow these people, so they might point out things, let's just say, on our side that are bad, but I see some of that too. So for right now, I'm assuming they've got the more nasty vibes over there. And the Manson cases replies and says, laugh my ass off, who is this? I'll give her a heart. And Colonel Kurtz replies and says, wow, not the best response from her, not the most witty, but sometimes it's good to just have that little tiny response. So you're saying, oh, wow, look at that. Who cares? But sometimes a well thought out one might be good too. And I say I super chatted because I super chatted her on that live stream this person's talking about, and Colonel Kurtz missed it. But it was only like $1. So I guess you get what you pay for. This person Nessa says, you're too funny, John. Love your videos and your super chats during Colonel's marathon. Well, I guess Nessa saw it and Colonel Kurtz didn't. That's one heart for you, Nessa. And I guess I'll give Colonel Kurtz a heart also. And this person here says, if any one of us talk like that about any of those accusers or any woman in general, off with our heads. But it's okay for them. They are vile like that to JD. That's all they have. It's sad. And this person replies, Mulder Manson, who I think tweeted this out originally, says, exactly. I never make posts like this because I tend to think don't give them oxygen or risk being accused of making fun of people. But I've had enough of how they talk about us and him and how they're celebrating evidence strikes for EG like it's proof of guilt, so stuff 'em, heart for you. This person says, I think she has a job. Actually, Colonel Kurtz actually said she's in between jobs or something, but you could count YouTube as a job. I'm doing this part-time officially. As you guys could see, I do a video a day, things like that. So, all right. I mean, what would she be doing that's more real and different than YouTube? I mean, she could work at a department store, go back to teaching, whatever, but she could also just do YouTube like she's doing, and that would be good. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Doing pop culture, entertainment. Of course, shout out to Colonel Kurtz. Great channel. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. And if you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.